H.P. Lovecraft said that we live on H.P. Lovecraft said that we live on a placid sea of ignorant. Let's just talk about ghosts.
This is United Aholes, a video cast discussing cultural topics with no filter.
Welcome to Area 41.
Oh shit.
Zach Baggins' favorite spot on the internet.
Oh,
Is he related to Bilbo?
I don't know. Is he related to Bilbo?
No, it's spelled differently.
Oh.
Well,
Smelled differently.
he's definitely jacked.
Yeah, that smelled differently.
Zach is jacked.
He's got the silent W in his name, doesn't he?
Oh, it's wagons.
I don't know. Do you know who Zach Baggins is?
Zach Baggins.
Right, but from where do you know him?
From you, just now.
Okay,
From the Shire!
the Shire. No, I think he's
Okay, guys, everyone shut up. Okay. This is awful. Zach Baggins is the Lord. Okay. Zach Baggins is this guy. He's super cool. You'd love him. He hosts a show on the Travel Channel called Ghost Adventures. It's the greatest show ever made. That's the couch, not me farting.
Sure.
And I've been watching it a lot. And I mentioned to you guys, like, hey, do you guys have any, like, ghost stories? And,
that tension's finally broken.
fuck.
Oh God!
Finally, I can be myself.
I'll never watch this cheek again.
He never did before. He's not going to anymore either.
What's new?
Anyway,
Zach Baggins.
Zach Baggins. It's not about Zach Baggins.
Go.
Don't worry, we won't interrupt.
Yeah, fuck. Okay. I gotta salvage this somehow. Do you guys believe in ghosts?
Hard no.
Okay.
Yeah, hard no. Yeah, because they don't exist.
Okay.
Halden,
No, I don't believe in ghosts.
Kendall.
Okay. I'm on the fence. And here's the reason why. About 15 years ago, I was at a friend's place, and he was building a house. And we were working away, and one night he goes, you know, the other night, I felt like I was being watched.
Is that exactly what he said, or was that
Absolutely.
paraphrase?
No, he said, I felt like I was being watched. And I said, well, it's not uncommon.
What time were you
building,
like you were watched?
you're building a house, and it's under construction, and people are driving down. People were driving down constantly, wanting to know what the hell was being built or what was going on. And, you know, it was funny. We'd be there working away some nights, and people would just like get out of their cars and go, what's going on here? Are you building a new house, are you? Well,
No.
what gave it away? The tool belt and that fucking hammer, and the fact that I'm not on scaffolding, but
And then I keep sexually harassing everyone that walks by.
so, and I said, and he goes, no. He goes, I think it was the man in white. And I went, what? He goes, do you remember the traumatic experience that I went through with my brother? And I said, yeah. And he goes, well, that night was probably one of the roughest nights in my life. And he said, around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, I awoke, and I literally turned around, and there was a elderly man in a white suit, and he had white hair, and he was just standing there looking at me with his arms like this, and he was staring at me.
Beckoning to Fantasy Island.
And I said, did he say anything to you? He goes, no. It was just a calming peace that came over me, and he stared at each other for about 40 seconds, and I kind of had the feeling that everything was going to be all right. And I rolled over, and he said, about 40 seconds later, whatever, I thought I might, just to see if he would say anything to me. When I rolled back over, he was gone. And I thought, oh, geez, that's weird. He goes, I thought it was him. I thought he was in the house last night while I was working away. And I said, really? And I said, oh, that's cool. And he goes, you know, I relayed that experience to his wife that he was seeing at the time. And he goes, I was trying to explain it to her. And I said, what did she say? And he literally said, she asked me, was he wearing a white suit? And so I immediately went, it was about 15 years ago, went online and I punched in the man in the white suit. And I got literally like a Wikipedia page, and it's an actual thing. And there was encounters of, you know, debating on whether it was a good guy or a bad guy, but there was like, not just like one or two people, like there were hundreds of people that have seen the man in the white suit at night at some point in time, just watching them. So when we were doing this episode, I thought, okay, I'll bring that up and, you know, and I'll send it to you guys so you know what the hell I was talking about and everything. And do you think that I could find any information on it now?
Because
I
like
pressed
those,
in
it doesn't-
Google, all I get is the Man in the White Suit movie on IMDb. Or I get men's fashions.
Okay.
Or the man in the white suit now is all of a sudden telling people to go kill themselves, and he's seen out in public in schoolyards, and he tells people he's going to kidnap their children and everything. It's just gone from this cool paranormal thing to can't find any information at all from, I Googled literally the man in the white suit, and the first hit, the ghost lady in white. I said, how in the hell, where's the algorithm in that? But anyway, there was a, so that's why I'm kind of, you know what I mean? Because
Okay.
he literally said, it wasn't like I wasn't in a, like, you know, a sleep state or whatever. I wasn't dreaming. I literally, as plain as day, rolled over and there was a guy standing in my bedroom.
Okay, hold on, wait. He was sleeping?
Mark was, he woke up.
That's sleep paralysis. I've experienced that, but it's totally, yeah.
You think it was lucid dreaming?
It's sleep paralysis. It's a thing. It does happen. I have had it happen to me. I know it wasn't a spirit. What happens is you're in the dream state, but your eyes are open, and because you get to a point when you're sleeping that your body doesn't move, it is an actual thing. Sleep paralysis. Otherwise you'd be dreaming and you'd be, you know, your arms and legs would be all over the place. Your body has to lay still more
But
for your rest.
he was moving.
No, you just said he was sleeping.
Yes, and he rolled over
Yep.
and looked and saw a guy was...
Yeah, there was a guy standing in the hallway of our first house looking in. He was all in black, and I couldn't see his face, and I could not get out of bed to defend myself and my wife and my children. And I literally...
I can't hurt Johnny Cash.
When I
here.
woke, I was moving because I was trying so hard to get out of bed. And then I looked it up and I'm like, oh, it's sleep paralysis.
Yeah,
And it does happen to people.
I've
all the
had
time.
sleep paralysis.
So, go. So, I know you're trying to interject a couple times.
Go.
Here's okay.
We're getting into specifics, but
Okay. What do you guys? Okay, so the people that don't believe in it, what are your takes on, you know, electronic voice phenomenon, EVPs? You know, different, you know, being able to see different heat signatures when, you know, there's no explanation as to why we're seeing. How do you like?
There's the problem.
Yes.
You watch a show
Okay.
and they show you something on the screen. And they
Sure.
go,
That's what a show is.
There is no explanation for what we're seeing. Yeah, there is.
Okay.
You just don't.
What is the explanation?
That's the thing. They don't know.
Do you know?
But to say that there's no explanation and then go, clearly it's a spirit, that's an explanation. And you're interjecting what you think that is into it. There's no explanation for this. There's a heat signature over there. So clearly there's a spirit. Oh, yeah, but you just said
Okay,
that there's no explanation.
You're
for it.
basing your opinion on shows that I guess that I don't watch. Like I've never seen them immediately jump to, oh, that's a spirit.
Well, that's what they're trying to convey to you on these shows, is what I assume.
Yeah.
I don't watch them because I know that's, for me, it's not entertainment. But it's like when somebody says, oh, watch this video, there's an orb, and it clearly must be a spirit. You know, it's a lens flare.
Right. Every single time.
Yeah.
Every single time. Have you seen
Yes.
orb videos?
Yes,
No.
I have seen one
Okay.
video.
Okay, we'll move on from orbs. How do you explain people capturing voices, on digital recorders, EVPs?
Interference of some sort. I listen, because I can't explain it doesn't mean that they have captured a ghost on camera. Just because I can't explain it and you can't explain it and Ken can't explain it, just because nobody can explain it, you can't automatically default to if it's.
But you're automatically defaulting it to that not being a possibility.
Prove it.
Well, they're trying to.
Okay, but until you prove something, you cannot. They're misleading people.
Okay,
is my
so have
problem
you
with
proven
it.
that every orb video is a lens flare? Or you just assume it's a lens flare?
No, but assuming that it is a spirit is also incorrect. Until you say, let's look at this rationally and see what this is, we won't go forward with it must be part of the spirit world.
Okay.
That's where they're leading you with these shows. Am I correct?
Some of them.
We found something strange.
Sure.
And then they go, they play strange music and you hear little noises and shit like that. Like
Right, it's a TV show.
Yeah, they have some background stuff they put on. Like the music is intense. So
Sure.
you're watching it. And if you believe in that, you're watching it, that music is part of, you listen to that music and it automatically, you respond to that.
Sure.
And you go, oh, this is tense. And then all of a sudden you see a little boop on the camera and you go, oh my fuck, what was that? And I will explain to you how that works as much as I can understand it. When we watched, and I know this is a fictional movie, but this was the same type of reaction. Kevin Costner.
Waterworld.
No, not Waterworld. Oh, was it Kevin Costner?
Dances with Wolves.
No.
Tin Cup.
No, it's where the aliens come down.
Tin Cup.
Signs. M. Night Shyamalan, Signs.
Yeah, Kevin Costner's not in that.
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson, there you go. So we're watching that.
Same thing.
And there's a point in that movie, spoiler alert,
God.
there's a point in that movie where they're talking about now they have seen these creatures, these aliens and whatnot, but we've not seen it yet. We're watching the movie.
Is this a birthday party?
And the kid's watching the screen on this little TV, and all of a sudden something runs by the screen.
That's the best scene.
It is. It scares
Oh.
the shit out of you.
Yeah.
But it's also fictional.
Okay. So what, if any, point are you making?
To watch, I'm getting there. To watch one of these television shows where they pull the same trick with you.
It's weird when TV shows try to be dramatic, isn't it? Like, don't you hate fucking shows that
Especially when
try
I'm
to
trying
be?
watch a comedy.
Yeah.
Right. But when they use that same trick and you go, right there, what was that?
Everything is a trick.
I don't know.
Brent.
Right.
So you're saying you don't believe in the paranormal?
No, I don't believe in ghosts, but
The best.
What are you gonna call it?
There's a reveal.
Where are
Seriously,
we
you
going
don't?
with this?
All this time I thought you bought into it.
but
But
I don't not believe in ghosts.
You're
I
undecided.
believe in a possibility of something that we don't understand.
I believe. Okay, I don't know how long you want this episode to be.
Go.
but
Fire away. This is
I
good
believe there are. Well, I shouldn't say I believe. There is a theory that there are certain thin places in the world, and that there is another dimension that sometimes slips through.
Spider-Man.
Like, like I don't know. You look at Skinwalker Ranch, places like that. Have you heard of Skinwalker Ranch?
what's Skinwalker
Okay,
Ranch?
this is so fucking dumb.
You piqued my interest.
I don't think it's what you think it is.
I'm gonna because I didn't throw in any which way I believe. I've had no proof or interaction with paranormal stuff that couldn't be explained otherwise.
Well, you just said mine thing was all lucid dreaming.
But
It's a thing, dude. It happens.
Oh no, and I believe, but I'm also a firm believer too that the dead know nothing. Go ahead, Randy.
no,
Sorry.
it's okay.
We won't interrupt.
I'm sure you won't. At the same time, much like I'll use a scientific example, the Higgs boson being a theorized particle, and people believed that it existed, but we had no proof whatsoever. I look at paranormal things as it's potential that something did happen. For example, the heat signatures, the EVPs, whatever you want to look at from those exactly from those points of view. I will not rule out that there's something potentially that could be going on. It could be a natural DMT release inside of the person's brain that causes that to happen, so that you see it, but that doesn't explain anything that's been filmed. Things that have been filmed or EVPs occurring technically could be some kind of radio interference, or it could be a dimensional crossover. It could be all kinds of things going on.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Done? So, I'm done. I'm good.
No,
He's upset. Why?
I'm so pissy right now.
It's good. Roll with it.
Here I think is
Are you sure it's not
biggest.
snickety?
I think this is the biggest hurdle that the paranormal world has to get over. Taking ghosts, the paranormal, and tying it in with spirituality. I think that is a mistake, and I think the majority of people focused on finding out things, actual, tangible things about what may be paranormal, they're approaching it from a spiritual aspect.
Right.
And I think we need to be approaching it from a scientific aspect of, there is something happening here, and we have seen enough, evidence, and we've seen enough to know that there is something that we don't understand about this.
Oh, I agree 100%.
Because I don't think every EVP is faked. I don't think every photo is faked. I don't think every video is faked.
What about orgasms?
I don't.
Of course.
I'm not saying everything is faked. I'm saying that I can't explain it.
Right.
Needs to stop at that point. We have found something that we can't explain.
But I think accepting that you can't explain something and not going further is just admitting defeat and no longer pursuing knowledge.
I think what he's saying is you can't jump to that spiritual place immediately because you can't explain it.
That's what
I think you guys are agreeing. You're just coming at it from different angles.
You're saying you it's not spiritual, therefore nothing happened, and you try to explain it with something that already exists in scientific principle. And he's saying, no, I don't think that's the case. I think we need to look at it in a different aspect to see what actually it is.
Yeah.
You said it yourself. Nothing's been proven. Therefore, you were writing it off as we've already explained this, we've already explained that, we've already explained this.
No. I know that there are things that happen that you go
bump in the night.
Well, what the hell was that?
It's like the spots in the planet. Like for me, I find it fascinating. There's spots on the planet where gravity doesn't behave the same.
Yeah, I find that interesting.
There's more we don't know about just the planet itself. Perfect example. We don't know this yet, but people for the last, I don't know, for as long as mankind has been walking the planet, there's been somebody to go,
what about dude love?
Dude love.
There's always somebody to take advantage of that and say,
like the dude lives in the Big Lebowski.
No.
Oh.
There's always somebody to take you down the rabbit hole of, well, that's the great spirit in the sky. That's why this happens in this location. This is sacred ground, and this things happen because of this reason. They take something that actually happens, and then they create a story around it. That's been happening for centuries.
Sure, that's how humans compartmentalize things. I mean,
that needs to stop. You cannot keep leading people towards, this is weird. You're right, it is weird. So we believe, no, it's just weird. Don't start telling me what you believe.
Well,
it's good television for people to like it, and I know people that love these shows, and more power to them.
Why doesn't?
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
I come every time I hear a creaky floorboard.
Doesn't every scientific study come out with what they believe based on their findings? Isn't that a pretty general?
But that's when
they'll create a theory around
Sure.
it to say this is what we expect to happen, and then they do tests to try and prove or disprove that what their expectations are right.
Okay.
So here's my take on this. I think there needs to be a ghost hunter show, whatever you want to call it.
There was already a documentary on it. It was called Ghostbusters.
Right. A ghost hunter show that exists, but it's hosted by a super skeptic scientific person.
Like us.
That's a big Twinkie.
No, not us.
Area 41 tries ghosts.
No, it's not going to work. None of us have the skill set required to be able to.
Hold on.
No, I think we do.
Hold on.
Based on what I'm hearing about these shows, I think we could do
Well, no, what I'm saying,
right in Area 41.
Basically, you need to take an MIT group of fucking master engineers and give them a show that they got to go prove or disprove the paranormal activity that occurred at such.
But there are people like Brent who, as soon as they go on that TV show, they're discreditable. Is that a word?
Discreditable?
Uncredible?
Incredible.
No, wait, no, that's not what I'm saying.
I'm discreditable.
I've been manipulated.
I would totally be discreditable. I don't have any. I'm not.
No,
I'm not a
I mean,
scientist.
so where do you guys rank the tarot card readers and the palm readers and the tea leaf readers and the fortune?
Do any of those people do that for free?
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
It's all
of it.
shit.
It's all shit.
Those people don't.
I'm sensing you are a man with vision problems.
With hands.
How close am I so far?
Do you? I'm sensing the letter J. Do you know someone whose name starts with maybe John or Jim or Joe? Somebody.
Oh my God! Yes.
Okay. It's a relative. Yeah. And I think maybe he's recently passed or he's not well.
Was he in a building
but
recently?
he had a brother that.
Oh, okay. That
Yeah.
must be it then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And his name was.
Captivating.